PC. I'm going to join on the Hunter. Alrighty, I'll be right back. Hopefully. Stream is live though, so I expect to see you both in there. Hello. Do you all already have roles assigned? Or? Okay, I can shoot constant. That's fine. I have Shadow Shot. Everyone prepped? They already joined Fire Team, so once they load in, they should be able to grab it in session. Unless their client glitches or they disconnect. Is everyone prepped? Versus blue. White is on constant. Okay. You can jump. Is red ready? Is the other player depositing red ready? Are we clear? Okay. You can't hear me? She. Starting? No, it's white. And you're climbing antimony, it's blue, red, red. Why are we wiping? What? Is there a technical difficulty going on, or? Sorry, I didn't think I'd caused an issue. Did I join on something that was already happening, or? Is the problem that we're using in-game chat? Yes. Oh. Would it help you all if I just join a Discord server somewhere? Kelp, can you send me an invitation wherever you all need me to go? She. Are there any additional technical issues that need to be ironed out? They said hi. Is everyone prepped? You. Everyone here has cleared Epic at least once, right? First is blue. Red is constant. The order is blue, white, red. Is red prepped? What? What? Okay. I literally said, is red ready to jump? Alright, man. Is climber ready? They're climbing cinnabar. The shoot is blue, red, blue. I can't. Dirty is extremely moody, it would seem. To clarify, you did hear me ask, is red ready to jump? Correct? The invites still exist. As a group, we tend to move kind of slow, so don't go until everybody is confirmed they're ready. That's why we asked. And they were standing right next to us. And they jumped successfully at that. We won't challenge it. I don't know. It takes the cake. The day Briggs' dumbassery were getting kicked because I jumped after I asked, "Are you ready?" And then the person saw me jump and understood what I was saying, and then jumped successfully, but was mad that I didn't wait for them to respond. Again, humans, they're fascinating creatures. I won't lie to you. They all disbanded? What the fuck? I yeah, it seems like everyone's mood kind of soured after that. Because we asked your friend if they were ready to jump, and they did. Um, I don't understand humans. I don't get the concept. I don't understand the function that they're supposed to exist on. I don't even get what drives them to make some of the dumbass choices and statements that they make. Because the more I think about it, which might be the key thing that separates us, I just don't see how they come to these conclusions. Like, I'm trying to understand. Like, I don't really like it. I yeah, let's jump. I'm sorry, I just didn't imagine that it would take us 40 minutes to recognize we need to jump to deposit the chronon. But that wasn't even the first time. The first time I was like, is white ready? What? Is anyone grabbing a white on nameless? Yeah, no one else is going through there with you. Okay, I'll just dunk a blue. That's fine. Why did everyone watch me but no one jump with me? What? I I do not understand the functional opacity that is these humans because they are truly, truly, truly lost, and I just don't get the concept. Sorry, I respect myself a little too much, I guess. I don't know. Oh, apparently living in a world where you don't make heinous ass emotional choices based on the preclusion, you can actively listen and you don't engage people haphazardly like we're all snails and we clutch fins in order to roam together. I feel like we could accomplish a lot more, but that's asking a lot apparently. So okay. Worse, the invite is still in my shit, so I could just copy the param and then rejoin. Just to you may want to tell them to delete the invite so that this link can't be used again. It's a security measure. I don't understand human beings. They are disgusting creatures, and I am. I'm trying to. I'm trying. I'm trying so hard to. Yeah, I. Tech set armor for no kinetic weapon? What? What? If I were to ever fully spec into the idea that humans are manipulatable and just create a reality of nothing but destructive and celery thoughts, it would be so awful for people. Horrible, even. It would not be amicable at all. In fact, I don't really understand them, to be honest. It's probably for the best that I learned the trio with you and your people, anyways. Y- yeah, yeah, I yeah, I really want to clear this. Which ironically goes back to the very concept I predilected this morning in our conversation. Yeah, I want to clear this encounter. You know what? How dare you rush me to jump through this hoop? That should just piss me off. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here, man. We're not running this shit anymore. Pack it up. Get back to orbit. Get that ass banned. We're done here. I'm done. I don't even want to play this shit anymore. I'm cooked. Oh, like what's the list? What's the list I could think of? No partner, no carnal release, no job, no vehicle, no. Like I'm trying to understand the list that they would use to aggregate. I'm trying, like, I don't comprehend. Oh my fucking god! Like it just. I've only ever been kicked from fire teams 3 times the entire time I've ever played D2, and 2 of them were over TDP, and someone either not participating in what they claimed they were doing, or someone not choosing to engage because they did not feel like doing what they signed up to do. And like, I just don't get the concept. I don't. I don't understand it. I'm so lost. I'm so lost. I'm trying so hard to get, like, I'm actually confused. I'm so confused. In theory, you could solo run it too, and it would still be. Hold on. See, now I'm curious. I have to see. I have to know. Like can I solo run it on the same loadout and the amount of time that it took them to stand there and do nothing. I legitimately have to know. I think that's a checkpoint for Yatra. I'm like I have to know. I have to know. I have to know. I can't. Oh my god! There's no way. There's just no way. Like I could not accept that as a reality. You know, it would be cooked. Oh, I don't get why they even disbanded the friend. Isn't that the friend? Why did you leave the friend behind? Like, what did they do? Blue. Actually, here, babe, hold on. Can you start a stopwatch for me? Not yet. Give me 1 minute. Start. Red. The fuck? No way I fuck it up and still get in. Okay. Red, blue, white. Time. By myself? But it took 11 for 6 people? I just don't understand. Okay. Like I don't understand human beings. Honestly, I made a mistake too. No, hold on. Can you set a new one? Go. Blue. Okay. Red, white, blue. What? What? Okay. 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 All right. All right. See, honestly, I wonder if I could beat 110. 110 sounds feasible. And go. What? What? Time? Minute 31. Damn. I was slower. Fuck. Oh, that's still only 6 seconds. What if I did it on Titan? Hmm. Hmm. See, but no, because Combo Blue is arc. I have to get knockout first and then maintain. No, but that wouldn't be accurate too because I wasn't on at the time. Oh man. I'm still just so shocked, man. They got offline. I don't understand, man. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I'm still stuck laughing. Fuck. All right, well, let me let me take that energy. Let me address our fledgling problem in the background, and then I should have everything else off my plate. Oh man, that honestly, that shit is fighting for the top spot. Cause damn, Mm-hmm. Hi. Honestly, this is good because now I can invite them and then type the rest of it, and it'll seem even more organic. Babe, can you do me a favor and add Zulu to this group chat I'm about to make? Can you add him now? Hmm. Extra. What's unsettling about it? Because if I had to answer that for you, I would say it's the fear of how good it looks on the outside, and that if you didn't know who I was as a person, you would genuinely fall for it because it looks very convincing. Oh no, no, it's not. I'm such a direct, honest. If I had a problem with you, I would say it, and if I was wrong, I would admit to everyone on the spot that I was wrong and put myself out of the bus. Um, yeah, but you see, when people are stupid, unfortunately, you have to kind of do it the way they want you to. And in this case, that falls down to it being a grand group chat where these two chaps will, because they're not going to pay attention to it, they will eventually see what was said, and they'll go, you know what? Yeah, that was crude, and ultimately, we don't want to cause any problems, and yeah. And now we wait. For what? I don't know. That's why I ask. Play along. Genuinely asking. Mm. And what's that? I can be scary when I want to be. Do tell. Do tell. How do you mean? Oh, surely something juicy. Surely. What would make me laugh is if it were anger and frustration, because then I would know he is just cooked, and then it would be undoubtable in an open forum with everyone at the table, no one, no behind your back, no DMs, no nothing, to just go, okay, you might be cooked. Brig, you might need to take a step back. You might be cooked. Brig, you might be cooked. Yeah, yeah, I might be. I'm sorry for how I perceive that. It's okay. Just let the weight of that simmer. The best soups simmer for quite some time. Rich, roasty flavor. Oh, he's a typing. You're looking for a guarantee that there's not some evil side to the mask that you just haven't explored yet, and that I don't have to worry about having the thought of, are you being real? I don't know. I don't know. Am I? Who am I? What am I? Who are you? I would make a Twin Peaks reference, but unfortunately, you haven't seen the show, so it would fall dead on itself.
Not at all. Heading in now.
Mm.
Down.
Oh, in the sense that oh no, that would be childish. I have class. There's no need to create a false illusion on the praxis when I could just say. I mean, no one's robbing me of my voice.
Some dense darkness
May as well use it.
That's what you scorn are congregating in that old worm breeding ground again. Oh, yeah. Mind taking care of it? Not at all. Heading in now.
I won't lie, I'm really hoping that it's the bad ending for him, and he just kind of high key goes, "Nope, don't buy it. Feels fake. Sorry, not sorry." So that way everyone in the room can go, you know, maybe you might be cooked, because it's not as deep as you're making it out to be. And I think just a tiny bit, you might be cooked, because then it's just undeniable caricature of, yeah, oh, the grand finale. Really appreciate you taking the time to set things right. My genuine concern was that it may lead to a pattern of ongoing friction that would devolve further. You've nailed exactly what I took issue with, something that took me a long time to realize. There's simply no such thing as an invalid or incorrect perception. Everyone reaches a conclusion based on the facts they've understood in that moment, and there's real value in all of those perspectives, even if they seem to completely conflict with established certainty, what they saw, heard, or felt, which led them to a conclusion. And understanding the path they took to that alternate perspective is never incorrect. It's supposed to be fascinating, and it was disappointing to see it dismissed without any kind of discussion. I felt no personal slight. I did raise concerns with Kina with the intention of trying to ensure that things are resolved for everyone, so we could avoid any lingering atmosphere when we next raid or do activities together, which I hope we can do again soon. No. No, I'm sorry, but that's the end. It was a nice run, though. You proved yourself valiant for a solid checks notes 2 months. No, a month and 2 days. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, it was decent while it lasted. You know, it was there was some cook. There was some cook. I can't lie to you. there was there was an arc. And that tightened together strong piece went pretty hard. It went pretty hard. But you know what they say. Based on Yikes. So, not sure how to frame this, but having, I wouldn't say not happening, but I have difficulty kind of accepting that it can be neutral the way it once was before. If such a heavy misconception can occur just from telling someone facts, because, babe, even you agreed They don't look the same. In the moment, we might have tried to justify it by going, people are human. Something, something being too accountable makes people feel bad. Something, something being too honest makes people feel bad. Sure, but you and I both know the Elixir head and the Vex head don't look a damn thing like each other at all. Babe, but then when I gave you the details of it, you never even challenged it and went, yeah, that's true. One of them has 6 dots on it for eyes and a giant ass hole in the middle. The other is just a tall cylinder. Where's the similarity? Actual question, like genuine question to you, like where is the singular the similarity? Hmm. This is this is an interesting perspective to say the least of your Rosa. Um, I guess I just have to ask for clarity's sake then. So hard to tell, even though the details were clarified. Hard to tell because sometimes clarification doesn't mean anything. Hard to tell because of visual obscurity. Babe, can you lightning surge that to Jolted and stun it? That's fun. Actually, give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch to the rock. But actually, genuinely asking it because I legitimately. Well, hold on. Let me respond to our buddy boy Brig. We appreciate their understanding and are extremely thankful to have gained your amnesty. We hope you have a good morning. But no, please do continue. I legitimately am curious because in my mind, I see the vision for you thought they were. Sure, sure. Um, this, where did he say it in his explanation? Something, something. There's simply no such thing as an invalid or incorrect perception. No, no. If you're normal, yes, they're not normal. You can be incorrect. You can say some things that make people go, I won't hold you. That, I don't know if that has the same value that you might think it does. What do you mean? I don't, I don't think that has the same value that you might think it does. What do you mean? How do we tell them? How do we tell them? Okay. So see, if you not honestly, you know what? No, not even on a perception level, because that's just boiling it down to, well, the statue could have one thing, yes, but you might see it a different way, right? But babe, would you agree with me? Because I swear we were both in the same place. You did say nameless 4B2, and I said nameless 4B2. And then Zulu proceeded to put my ghost onto, despite us telling him where to put it, and then wiped us. And then his explanation for wiping us was that they were the same, even though 2 people confirmed to him where to put them. Is that correct? Are you... How do you mean? I guess I'm just confused because I'm legitimately shocked at the level of... Like, for Zoo, I can kind of accept it because, okay. But judging what had happened in third encounter before we got there, and then looking at the scope of that kind of replicate itself in behavioral pattern after we exited, I just kind of don't understand what element they lost the plot on. Because, again, um, I'm sorry, but Briggs saying, really appreciate you taking the time to set things right. Yeah, that's just digging the grave as deep as it can go. Because it'd be one thing if it was like, well, yeah, it's all about perspective. But you see, perspective in certain situations is amicable. We're talking about a concept, a philosophy, a function, something ephemeral, something that doesn't have a finite definition. Yes. Um, Looking at a big ass clay statue of yourself that, well, I couldn't see it. No problem. Three other people did, and they told you where to put it. It doesn't. It's not hitting the same as I didn't know. It's giving. It's giving I wasn't paying attention, and we're not going to try to hold and be critical to this because it's not that deep. So we're going to act like it didn't happen and move on, and that's fine. But there's a difference between doing that and acknowledging we're going to move on, and then doing it and saying that they were genuinely not the same, because they most definitely were not. I'm sorry, but I don't think there's ever been a time me, you, and B have been in a fire team where you've gone, yes, you both have the same hobo fashion. And I know you, damn, I know you have said to B directly, you have hobo fashion. I don't. I'm actually like fighting demons to understand. Well, no, they look kind of the same because in my mind, if they do, that means there would be a reality where someone could be like, you look kind of like B. Outside of Verity, I've never heard anybody make the comment that me and B's fashion looks the same. Which again, going back to the preface, that could be me just like hyper fixating on the detail and then being critical about it. In which case, if that makes you uncomfortable, please tell me. I'll stop. But to me, it's very confusing because it gives a level of, well, no, they were legitimately correct. They do look the same. They I guess like if I could get an explanation on how they look the same, I could maybe accept it more, because then it would be like, okay, I mean, I can maybe like give you credit for the detail to kind of align the two sides of what you're saying, you see. But on face value, I just, in my mind, I go to what is giving you that they look the same, because one of them literally has a hole in the middle of the face and one of them doesn't. So I'm trying to understand what the loss is. Granted, I'm sure there'd be someone that'd be like, it's really not that deep. You're taking this to like a mass extreme. It's just an encounter with like claymation figures of yourself. It's not that bad. Just move on and let the shit go. But to me, it's the principle of, right, but no one was really dehumanizing him. And as Brig is clearly believing that I was attempting to dehumanize him based on his response, King, I'm pretty sure we talked about it afterwards. Because you were there, and I'm pretty sure there was a discussion. I'm pretty sure I did say it's kind of stupid. I'm pretty sure I did say it doesn't make any sense. And I vividly remember saying, and I quote, "You're telling me the one head with the hole in the middle of it with 6 eyes and tiny ass antennae, and the one with a giant rectangle in the center of it with 2 fixed antennae look the same." And then I heard Zoo go yes, and then Brig go yes, and then B go, no, but I see where you're coming from. And then you go, I mean, depending on what angle you look at it from, yeah, I could kind of see that. Maybe they do look different for people. And then I went, okay, I don't want to cause any conflict. Let me just put on the bunny helmet. And then we passed first try and hit 4 or 5 to witness. But at that point, it just feels like, which no, like even as I detailed in the annotation, I went on to say, right, but I also during transition. So you're telling me you couldn't differentiate the Elixni from the Vex head, but the bunny from the Vex head, no problem. I it's giving I'm not gonna see the vision here, which like not from me, but from Zoo, which part of me is like, okay, something procession issues, something cognitive motor issues, something that's a legitimate struggle, something holding them accountable for it would be kind of rude. I get the concept. But then the other part of me is like, how are we justifying that when two people told you where to put it though? Because at that point now I want to do the thing where like every time in Verity I just switch my shit just to be an ass, just to see if they keep up, because no way they truly think they look similar. And if they do look similar, why didn't they say that anywhere else in the raid but Verity? Which, granted, I'm sure the explanation for that would be because it's the only encounter where you need to know what people look like. But we all stare at each other in passing. We sometimes have some pretty vagrant amount of time between our transition reach and our encounter start. And like, I know we do see each other. But the same way I made the comment, like, no, all of our heads are different. Keena's is a bird. She has feathers around her neck. Briggs is a hawk. There are literal hawk ears around the head. Mine is a Vex head. Hers is an Elixni or Fallen head, as evidenced by her love for the Elixni. And then yours is the cloak of the Taken King, which you get from Ghosts of the Deep. And then nobody responded, because those are all correct. But I'm assuming it felt rude to call it out in a way where it just put everyone on blast. And it was like, okay, you're being kind of unamicable right now. It's not that deep. But that also feels confusing because well, like, okay, hold on, help me understand, because I'm really confused at what part of it comes off as that's not amicable. Because if someone gave me those kinds of details, I feel like I would be like, oh, yeah, you've got a point. That is exactly what they look like on the thing. I never would have put that together if you hadn't said it. Not, it feels like you kind of, to quote Brig, hold on, I want to be faithful here. Everyone reaches a conclusion based on the facts they've understood in that moment, and there's a real value in all those perspectives, even if they completely conflict with established certainty. Because that sounds like a really nice stock white guy way of saying, even if what they're saying completely contradicts what it actually is, that doesn't mean that there's any reason to tell them that they're wrong. Huh? No. No, that's precisely why you start telling people what that's Diet Dr. Kelp. Yeah, we need one for this epic TDP levels of cool. You ready to jump? No comms. I jump. Whoa, what the hell's going on here? What do you mean? I just said, are you ready to jump? Yeah, I wasn't ready. You jumped through the hoop though. It's full. If you hadn't jumped through, it'd be 5 out of 6. We wouldn't be able to start. Okay, well, does everyone know what they're doing? Yeah, we're ready. Okay, I start. Who the fuck just started? You said you were ready, so I started the thing because you said you were ready to start, so I started the encounter. Kicked. Why was I kicked? He kind of moved ahead of the group. We tend to take our time and move pretty slow with these kinds of things to make sure that everyone's on the same page. So, yeah, that might not have really rubbed everyone the wrong way and ultimately might have caused us to disband for the night. You also got kicked from the server. We're sorry about that. Huh? like sure. I'm asking you because I do want actual clarity. Like these qualms I'm stating do make sense, right? Like, these are not like just you're creating an issue out of nothing level qualms, are they? Well, I think we might be on different lanes here because I'm not really asking if you like see what I'm saying. I'm asking if it makes capitulative sense because it's not. Okay. Like to rephrase it in like a more direct question, because I'm sure the tangent might have confused you and led you like, okay, you're going in like 20 different directions. What you're trying to say. The sentence: everyone reaches a conclusion based on the facts they've understood in that moment. And there's real value in all those perspectives, even if they seem completely conflict with established certainty. What they saw, heard, or felt led them to a conclusion. And understanding the path they took to that alternate perspective is never incorrect. It's fascinating. That just sounds like you should be thankful that we messed up so that way we can learn why Zoo failed. Even though Zoo failed because we both told him to deposit on two things and he did the virtual opposite of what we literally just said to do. And based on what you're saying you could understand where he's coming from. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm not like cooked in believing that this does sound erroneous, because I thought you also thought it sounded erroneous, but based on the statement, I don't necessarily know if you feel it sounds erroneous or if it's a holy scream. If you believe it sounds erroneous, or if it's a well, the more I think about it and give it some thought, he does actually have a point. Where's your go? Your ghost was on the portal, so I did not get to revive you, so I need to solo. But does that like make sense? Because from your explanation, from your responses, it doesn't seem like that does make sense. Granted, something conflict avoidance, but still. No, not for you. I'm saying for them. Like, I'm talking about the perspective of. Well, no, I'm saying it because, like, from Briggs, for. Well, why would I be saying it to you if you I'm asking both. Honestly, I'm asking on behalf of everything because I'm very confused on why we're living in this. We shouldn't really be disappointed. We should be thankful that Zoo, like the way that I'm reading this statement that Brick made, I'll be so real with you, is basically just you should be thankful that Zoo was able to explain to us why he messed it up, because we understand why he messed it up, and now we can help him be better, and we understand his perspective, and that's fascinating. At which point, I loathe to say there isn't shit fascinating about him messing it up after three people just told him where to put it, and then he proceeded to do the opposite of what we told him, and then was confused. And then when someone was like, "I don't know how you fucked that up," was like, "Oh, well, I didn't, I didn't see it that way?" Question mark. Like, is that making sense or? At which point, this is starting to sound very much like a yeah, just respect that people are human and not everyone pays attention. Yeah, my bad. I didn't know we would need to make the call out three times for you to realize that you were about to deposit it on the wrong thing, even though three people just told you where to put it, and that did not register. But yes, no, I'm locked in. Thank you. I appreciate that you were comfortable with us enough to tell us why you didn't question mark, because that's what enriches the experience. I don't like. I legitimately do not understand what Brig is trying to accomplish with this perspective, and the idea that he firmly believes that this perspective is valid is even more confusing because it just does not have any real. It doesn't.
Finch, the scorn has been dealt with for the moment.
Is it gonna respawn you in here, or is it? Are you just cooked? Something went wrong and you have been disconnected from the Discord chat. Lovely.